What's up, Yugi Tubers? Mirror B8905 of Team Duelist Republic, bringing you guys our first deck profile. This is my Blackwing deck, and I've tried to film this twice now, but the recording always goes too long. So I am going to try to speed through this a little bit. You know, if you guys have any questions about what stuff does, feel free to comment in the comment section below. But I'm going to try not to explain stuff in too much detail so I can get through this. And whoops, no, I don't want to delete this deck. And I apologize in advance if like the save box clicks up because that's me making sure this thing doesn't time out because my computer likes to time it out a lot. Like I said, Blackwing deck. Most of this stuff's the old stuff. 2 Blizzard, the Far Norths. Special summon. He's a tuner. 3 Boras, piercing damage. 2 Boreas. Boreas is there just to get him in the graveyard and use his effect because you can remove him from play, target a Blackwing. It can't be destroyed by battle, no battle damage, and after damage calculation, the monster that battled it is destroyed. So that's why he's in there. He was a new one. You know, I'll probably try to explain some of the new stuff, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. Elfin, just because of his normal summon thing and change battle position. Fane, direct attack, and he can change battle position. Gale, 3-star tuner, cut stuff's attack and defense in half, and he's a free special summon. He's one of my favorites. He runs in quite a few decks. 2 Ghiblies, special summon it if you take a direct attack and block that. He switches attack and defense once a turn. Kalut, sadly limited to 1. You can discard it, and a Blackwing you control gains 400 attack until the end phase during either turn. 1 Koichi the Daybreak, 4-star tuner, but he can't be special summoned. Shura, if it destroys a monster, special summon a Blackwing with 1500 less attack from your deck, but its effect is negated. 2 Sirokkos, normal summon without it tributing like a Cyber Dragon, and you can give a Blackwing on the field all combined face-up attack except for its own. 2 Vayus, 1-star tuner. You can only use him from the graveyard with one other Blackwing monster, but that's probably some of the main synchro summoning power in this deck is coming from the graveyard. So I need to try to track down a third one so I can use him in this. 1 Zephyros. You can return a card from your hand or from you control to the hand. Special summon it from the graveyard and take 400 damage. You can only do that once. 1 Grand Mole just to get Marshmallows or Spirit Reapers or anything else out of the way, or even possibly bigger monsters like I don't know, Stardust Dragon, anything else you could toss out in the game nowadays. 1 Allure of Darkness, draw power. 1 Black Whirlwind, kind of draw power, but not really. You can add whatever Blackwing you need to your hand, so it comes in very handy in this deck. 1 Monster Reborn, now it's back and bring stuff back from the graveyard. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. I'm going to put a third one in the side deck eventually, but not right now because I'm in the middle of doing this. Black Return. If 1 Blackwing is special summoned, select a face-up monster your opponent controls, you get life points equal to its attack, and you return it to its owner's hand, which comes in real handy if they've got a really powerful Synchro monster, or X-Seed monster even, or something like that out. So that comes in real handy. Black Thunder, if a Blackwing is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, your opponent loses 400 for every card they control. I like that. It's like Secret Barrel, but it relies on Blackwings, but it does a lot more damage. 1 Backlash, if your opponent declares a direct attack and you have 5 or more Blackwings in your graveyard, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. I like that one. It's like a dark hole for Blackwings. 1 Ceasefire, just because this does 500 damage for every effect monster on the field. It flips all face-down defense position monsters face up, and there's not much your opponent can do to stop that, except maybe Trap Jammer or Ceasefire, but with this deck, they're at least going to lose anywhere from 2,500 just if it's monsters on my side of the field. But excuse me, I burped. But if they've got some on their side of the field, it's going to do a lot of damage to them. There was a save box again. 1 Anti-Reverse, destroy all face-down spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Mystical Space Typhoon and the others can hopefully take care of the face-ups. 2 Fake Feathers, which works well in this because I can take my opponent's Mirror Force and use it against them basically with this. I've used it on Mirror Force. I've used it on Gift of the Mystical Elf when my life points were running low. Real nice trap card to have. I may add a third one, or at least just side deck it. 3 Icarus attacks. This takes care of where the Mystical Space Typhoons and the Anti-Reverse can't. Because if they have to destroy face downs, then hopefully these 3 and the Mystical Space Typhoons take care of the face ups. 1 trap stun, just in case I can't get rid of the face-up trap cards. Just negate them. And 1 urgent tuning so I can attack with 2 or 3 black wings and synchro summon in the middle of the battle phase. So, you know, synchro monster, hopefully get a direct attack out. Side deck, 1 Vayu right now. I need to get a 3rd one. And 1 burial from a different dimension so I can bring the Vayus back and use them again. Or get some of the other monsters that are removed from play that I used to synchro summon. Extra deck, 1 Catastor just for destroying power. Automatically destroys it if it's a non-dark monster. Armory Arm, just to equip it to a monster, give it 1,000 attack, and if it destroys a monster by battle, your opponent loses life points equal to that monster's attack points. And notice that's not original attack, that's actual attack. So if they've got, you know, United We Stand on it, and you force it to defense with Elfin or something and destroy it that way, well, your opponent's going to lose a crap ton of life points off of that just from changing its battle position and hitting it defense-wise with Armory Arm. 1 Black Rose Dragon, just for its field nuke ability. Blackwing Dragon, I don't really run into effect damage very much. Well, you know, actually this works well with Zephyros, now that I think about it. Instead of losing 400, Blackwing Dragon can lose 700 attack instead and get a black feather counter, so I'd never thought about that. That actually works pretty well. Silverwing, he can destroy 2 cards with lower defense than him. Can't use your battle phase that turn, and when a Blackwing monster you control would be destroyed by battle during your opponent's turn, it is not destroyed, only happens once. Aside from that, just the 2,800 attack, 2,000 defense, that's really the only thing Silverwing is good for. I may replace him at a later time if I find something else better to use with this. 2 Armed Wings, attack defense position, gains 500 attack and does piercing damage. So, pretty nice to have. I may start running a 3rd one, depends on where things go with this. 2 Armor Masters, I'm looking to possibly get a 3rd one, and I know for sure I need 2 more. So if anyone has those and would be interested in trading them, you know, hit us up on the channel, you know, here where you're seeing this video. I was actually going to say hit us up on TeamDuelistRepublic, but I thought, oh wait, this is going on that channel. So, 2 Armor Masters. I need to get 2 more, hopefully. Possibly 3, so I can have a 3rd one. 1 Brionac. I would also love to get my hands on a Brionac, if anyone has one, because I can shuffle this between so many decks, and basically about 5 different decks that X Division and I are running collectively get more deadly just from having this 1 card. So if anyone would trade one of those also, hit us up, because we will probably trade quite possibly a lot to get Brionac off of somebody. 1 Dark End Dragon, just for destroying monsters, but you can only do that once a turn. Also comes in handy if your opponent's got a Marshmallow out, so you can get rid of that. Iron Chain Dragon, 6-star, 2,500. Excuse me, I got burps today or something. Just for getting rid of cards from the top of your opponent's deck, which works really well because you could combine some of these with, you know, you probably could make this a half Iron Chain deck too, because some of the Blackwings, I think some of the Blackwings can make your opponent discard, so switch some up and you could have a fairly well Black Chain deck running here. And 1 I'm trying, Void Ogre Dragon, 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense, 8 stars, takes a Dark Tuner. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card while you while you have no cards in your hand, negate the activation and destroy it. I'm not for sure how well that's effect's going to play out in this deck. I think just attack and defense-wise, it's a good one to have. But, you know, if I have something that my opponent decides to use and I've got no Blackwings in my hand, I can go ahead and use that and block something. Hopefully a Solemn Judgment getting used on me or something like that, I can just negate it and destroy it. So, you know, really that's pretty much it. Sorry I had to kind of speed through these. I'm trying to keep the videos down because we can't go over 15 minutes yet. And we can't really fix that right now, so most of the stuff is going to be up in 2 parts. Stay tuned for future update videos. Comment, like, subscribe, you know, all that stuff we usually ask you guys to do. Please, in the name of all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Players out there, please enter the contest video so we can get to 100 subscribers and end this thing already. If we get 50 by the end of June, which we are 9 subscribers away, only 9 subscribers, 50 subscribers by the end of June, we add a 3rd prize, and We are actually kind of thinking about changing up what the prizes are. And don't exit the contest just because of that. We're not even sure if we're going to do that or not. But there was some talk about that today, and it was like 30 seconds of talk about changing the prizes. So I don't really think we're going anywhere with it. But just to be on the safe side, I thought I'd throw that out there. So once again, pretty much it. Comment, like, subscribe. And thanks for choosing Mirror B8. Team Duelist Republic. Sorry, I was giving my own introduction there. Thanks for choosing us for your Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube video viewing pleasure. Thanks.